So, my brothers and sisters, my name is Tim Heijen and I am a dragon witch. Welcome in the beautiful forests, somewhere in the south of Belgium, where I worship dragons. Here I do my rituals, here I do my meditations, here I am talking with dragons. And I have become a legend here because, I told you that I am also a hunt saboteur and also an animal rights activist. Well, actually, all of my events that happened here with my mask on, people saw me. People saw me with my mask on, and these people, hunters and people who's supposed to help hunters, they saw me doing things, doing hunt sabotage things. And now I became a legend. They are even afraid to come to the forest because of me and my mask, because they saw me with a knife in my hands. And they never, they don't try, they aren't coming in the forest anymore, almost not, because of me. Because, the most dangerous thing, I was lost once in the night here in the forest, but I wasn't afraid. But yesterday, that is so strange about this, here, not that far away from here, one of these hunters came under a tree for the second time in a short while. It means hunters, get the hell out of my forest, because the forest doesn't want you. The forest hates you. If your life is at stake, if your life is dear to you, just go away. So, my brothers and sisters, the dragon's path, I almost forgot about it. The dragon's path, because I wanted to talk about the dragon in this case, because that is the entire reason why I wear a mask in this forest. That is because I worship dragons here. This is my home. This is where I feel the closest to Tiamat and all of the other dragons. Here I hear them the most. Here I hear them well. And we are not, for example, we are not a religion. I just want to put that statement out. The Dragon's Path, or Draconic Wicca, is not Wicca. So we are not a religion, or we are not Wicca. We are something like Wicca, but we are not Wicca. We are witches, yes, but we are not normal witches. We are dragon witches, and dragon witches use magic only for one reason: to let the dragon come to us, and also to answer the questions that we have, because we have a lot of questions. And also, we are not following rules that is inside of a book or something like this, because dragons don't write books. I write books, but dragons don't write books, so we don't have to listen to whatever you are saying, or you don't have to listen to me or whatever. We all have an individual path that we have to take, and we are not a religion that we have to listen to other people. We just follow our instincts, and that is what I just want to say. The most important thing to follow on the dragon's path are your own instincts. Your instincts is the one to follow. Your instincts are, the more that you discover your draconic self, the more that those instincts will be awakened. Of course, in this time and age, the dragon's path, or if you talk about people and say that dragons are actually your god and guardian, then it might be that they laugh in your face. And I had this for 19 years. For 19 years. Some people who are saying, that is interesting, those people can be, they are very open, but some people are like very much, these people who stay back in time and age, people who are very Christian and very onto their traditions, and those people who stay behind, you can say. Those will laugh in your face, just as they laughed in my face. In the beginning of my path, it hurts, because to talk about the dragons was actually not easy. When I talk about the dragons for the first time, it was against my sister. My sister was very open to it. And then later on, I tried this with others, because dragon witches, or people who follow the dragons in general, are very quiet about this. They don't say this to other people, but I was like, if I don't say this to people, how can people be awakened, saying that the dragon is real and the dragon is by your side? How will they know? Because in this life, we think that dragons are not real. We think that they are fairy tales, because that is what our parents and everyone told us. Dragons are not real. So if no one tells you that dragons are real, And not only that, but the dragons are by your side, knocking on your door, trying to open it. Then help them. That is what I'm trying to say to you. Help them open that door for you and your dragons, because you want to explore that. You want to explore your own draconic self and the dragons by your side. And like I said, we are not a religion. And that is what I want to say. People on the Dragon's Path, please stop asking for books, because the only thing that you need to know is the Dragon's Path is a left-hand spirituality, not a religion. Left-hand spirituality, that you listen to your own self, that you are your own boss, that you are your own priest, that you have your own rules. So, and that it's just you and your dragons, basically. And then, what do you need to know more? That you are the unlikely witch, that you are not coming together in gatherings, and that you have to listen to high priests. No, that is not what you need to do. You don't need to do anything, actually. You just need to follow your own instincts. That is the only thing that you need to do. Basically, that is it. That is it. The Dragon's Path is, you are an unlikely witch on the left-hand spirituality. You are a grey witch. You grey witch, if you wonder yourself what kind of a color do you have a grey aura over you, because you don't make decisions directly before an action. You make decisions after an action. And that is typically dragons, a dragon instinct, that they will take action not before the action but after it, and then they will decide what they will do with it, light or dark. We are not like without light there is no dark, without dark there is, and that is typically religion. They are always saying, we are the light, follow us, we are the light. False. That is not the light, that is their light, that is their power, that is just manipulation. And that is the thing that they don't like about it. These people who laugh in your face are actually slaves from that. Actually slaves from, society that said that you need to do whatever they said. And if you don't do this, it's like you are falling off. And that is the reason also why people like us used to be burned at the stake, because we talked about this. And that is also why people are so afraid on the Dragon's Path to talk about their dragons. And it's so beautiful, actually, to talk about your dragons. I want to know all of it. And on the Dragon's Path, I came to meet a lot of you who had a lot of beautiful stories to say. And I'm very, very honored that you want to share this with me. Because dragon witches in general are like dragons themselves, and they are not easy, actually, to let their story be told. But all of your stories are so interesting, and it's so beautiful. And here in this life, we don't have to look up to a man who died on the cross. We have to look up to yourself. You look up, because in this life, there is no Jesus, there is no Muhammad, there is only you, because you are actually in this life a dragon spirit who is reborn in a human skin that needs to learn and be taught everything again. And in this life, it's so easy to be confused and manipulated. And so that is the great task of life, That is how I see life. To discover who you are, to feel who you are, and to trust yourself. Because that is what I want to say. Before you connect with your dragons, connect with yourself. Because your own self is the third dragon, that I always say. That you just need to trust yourself. Because I have the feeling that a lot of you don't trust yourself. You don't trust that the dragon is real. Whatever you are feeling is real. Whatever you are feeling is very much real. Whenever your love is for the dragon, is something that you need to follow. That love, that desire, that is something that you need to follow, not other people. I understand why people are so much connected to religions, because they think that that is the only thing that they can follow. It's only religions. Well, no. It's also spirituality. Spirituality that you need to trust yourself, because every follower of a religion, they don't trust themselves. They don't even know that there is much more to it than just Jesus and Muhammad. There is so much more than humans. if you are always visited in your dreams or in your mind or in your instincts by beings who love you very much and you love them very much, that is something that you need to follow. If you don't have dreams about dragons but you love them very much, there is also much more to it. There is much more to it than just love. It's the reason why you love them so much is what you need to follow. So yeah, in the inside of religion, and I just want to say, my brothers and sisters, here in this forest I am undistracted. Here in this forest I am alone, especially now after they saw me with my mask. They called me the dragon of the forest, you know, the dragon of the forest. And all of these hunters are very, yeah, those are the guys who go to church, you know. They go to church, they slaughter a lot of animals, and then they go to church and they say, oh yeah, because God said it. God said nothing. God said nothing for you to do, because God is not real. And Jesus was just a guy they used him. But that is just for manipulation. That is what I'm asking you, my brothers and sisters, is to feel for yourself, to feel your own instincts. You are the most important person in this world. You are your Messiah. You are your own Messiah of your dragons. The dragons are by your side, and that is what you just need to follow. Just you and your dragons. Nothing more, nothing less. And we are your brothers and sisters who also have this, my brothers and sisters. But we don't have one ruler dragon, of course. We have one dragon who is actually a dragon god. That is actually a dragon. Of course, I say there is no god, but there is a dragon god for you. All of the other gods, this shouldn't be of your concern, because for you, they are not a god. This is something that you need to feel. Every dragon eye, every dragon circle is different. And every dragon circle is a creation of a different dragon. But they are always going to have dragon energy, something that you need to follow, because it's so individual that you need to follow and discover this for yourself. But the first thing, that before you discover all of your dragons, is to discover the most important dragon of all. And that is the dragon that lives surrounding you. That is the dragon that is living within you. And that is the first dragon that you need to connect with. And I connected with this dragon without even knowing it in the beginning, even though I wanted to push that dragon away because of my shame for being a human. But in fact, I was always embracing that dragon. And that is what I'm asking you, my brothers and sisters. Embrace the dragon, embrace your dragon eye, embrace yourself. You are not inside of a cult or a religion. It's all surrounding you, all about you. And you are your own dragon priest. In fact, you are your own dragon, surrounded by dragons who also love you so much. The only thing that you need to do is to stretch your arm, is to stretch your fingers and try to touch them, try to connect with them. Not a religion at all. We shouldn't care about what humans say about this. Even if they laugh in your face, don't care about it, because they are not of concern. But what I do recommend is to tell your story and say to people that dragons are real. And from then on, they can follow their own dragon's path.